Hi, friends. Today we are going to talk about why you suck at meditating, why it's not your fault, and what you should be doing instead. So, all of the guidance right now is to, and even from nature, from Gaia, if you're in the northern hemisphere going into winter, it is to be in stillness, to be in quiet, to sit, to be in the darkness, to be in stillness, to receive. However, if you have any sort of trauma in your body, if you have not done the work to connect and be in your body, that will actually feel unsafe. That is by design. So when we have had any kind of trauma or ongoing disconnection, let's say our parents and caregivers did not have a balanced nervous system, they were not super available emotionally, physically, energetically, that even feels like trauma in the body. That feels like a disconnection. So in living in this world also, there is huge disconnection. It is set up to disconnect us. The lights, the TV, the food, the water, everything is set up to disconnect you from your body. It is that way by design. So this is not your fault. Your body is doing an intelligent job of doing exactly what it thinks it needs to be doing to keep you safe. Now, safety in the body is different than what it often interprets. So if you've had any kind of trauma from your childhood, if you have a history of stuffing your feelings, avoiding, distracting, if you just live in mainstream society and you're just constantly on your phone and eating and doing and busyness, I've talked about before that busyness is a trauma response, staying busy. That is all by design, the intelligent design of your body, to keep you out of your body because what it is holding feels unsafe to part of you. So the very first thing we need to do is build safety in the body before we try to meditate. So meditation is wonderful. It's helpful. Even if you totally suck at it, it's still helping you. However, if you have not bridged the gap and you're not actually physically in your body, and that might sound insane, but like I didn't realize till I was 40 that I had not been in my body for the previous 4 decades. So what I mean by that is if you have not dropped into your body, into connection, you have lived your life out here as a personality or a program, busy, doing, distracting on your phone, eating. If that is the way you have lived and you're just living in the mainstream society as it is, you are probably somewhat disconnected from your body. Or if you have major trauma, like I did from your childhood, you have actual severe protection keeping you out of your body by design. So if you try to sit and meditate and you're like me, you might spend your entire time thinking about what you want to make for dinner or your grocery list, or it might just be really physically hard to sit there. Or if you try to, let's say you're trying to process old feelings. Let's say you've got at this time a lot of trauma coming up, a lot of old feelings, a lot of anxiety, agitation, overwhelm, and you're trying to just be with it. But anytime you try, it just feels so overwhelming, or your body feels really agitated or unsafe. That is by design of the protectors in your system trying to keep a very small, scared, unsafe feeling part of you safe. So all of this is so incredibly well designed. And I go into all of this in my Intro to Somatic Healing and Self-Love workshop. I'll put that in the show notes so you can watch that, because it will give you all the information you need on how your body stores trauma, why your body stores trauma, how to start unpacking it, how to build a relationship with your body. So do go watch that. It is incredibly important. This will not cover all of that. But what you can know right now is that if you have not built a bridge into your body, if when you're sitting in meditation or sitting in stillness or trying to sit and feel your feelings, you keep getting popped out, it's like a hot potato. Like the moment you try to follow your breath, you notice your mind just racing and running, or you just physically don't want to sit there. It feels really uncomfortable. Totally normal. Your body is doing exactly what it is meant to do to keep you safe. Now, with that said, safety in the body is very different relationally to in reality. Like I am perfectly safe right now sitting here on my couch in my living room. However, if I bring up a traumatic memory or if I try to sit with my body and I do not have a practice of doing that, if I haven't built safety in my body, I will feel highly agitated or anxious, or I might have heart palpitations or like a nauseous feeling in my gut, or I might just physically not be able to sit here. Your body, your nervous system, your brain cannot tell the difference between a perceived threat, a previous threat, and a current one. So I might actually feel, if I get triggered into an old like synapses, I might feel just like I felt when I got bullied in school, or when I was a baby and I did not get attended to by my caregiver. There are, or so let's say you get in a car accident and you have this really traumatic event, and then the next time you get in the car, you physically feel like that is going to happen again, or is happening, and you have the same physiological reactions in your system, in your body, as the first time. That's by design, because when we have a feeling and we put out a need, so let's say when we're a baby and we are hungry, we'll have the feeling, put out the need, and the environment would, in the best of cases, respond, and it completes the cycle. So you just have this constant cycle of having a need, expressing a need, having the need met. Now, when we have trauma, or when we have situations where we've been constantly disconnected, whether it's just because of the way we live in society or because of ongoing trauma, whatever it may be, we have all of these unheld. So when you have a need, you have an expression, and then the need doesn't get met, your body will clamp it. It will start holding it. So when you, even minor things, when you were riding your bike as a kid and you fell in front of your friends and you didn't want to cry, you held that in. So what your body would have naturally done is process the emotion. Our body is naturally supposed to move through and process emotions. Like, look at animals. After they have some sort of trauma interaction, instability, they shake, and then they might pause for a moment. Then they'll just go right back into being an animal in the present moment. They don't hold things, they don't hold trauma, they don't hold grudges, because they're fully feeling things in each moment. That is what we are meant to do. So if I stub my toe and it hurts, I'm meant to stop, pause, feel it, rub it, shake it, whatever feels good, cry, breathe. And then once I've fully felt everything, I will carry on about my business. Now, if I don't do that, if I'm not fully feeling, or as a child, as most of us grew up, we did not get the opportunity to have our needs met and or fully feel. Many of us were literally in an environment where it did not feel safe to voice our needs, or we might have learned to be safe by taking care of everything else. I mean, there's so many. Once again, go watch the workshop because it goes into all of that. The point is, and what you want to know is that by design, your body has held all of this. So think of it like a box that you've gone through your whole life. Every pain, every unexpressed emotion, every unmet need, it all goes into this box, and you carry around this box your entire life, and you just keep carrying it, keep getting fuller and more full and more full and more full. And you just have this huge box of all this shit that you haven't felt, all this unprocessed pain. That is all stored in your body. Thank you, body. So when you try to sit in meditation, or you try to sit and feel your feelings, you've got this heaping box, and it feels really unsafe to the little parts of you, to your physical body, to your physiology, to your nervous system. So your body, your brain is going to do whatever it can to stop you from looking in that box. Oh my gosh, we can't be still. We can't sit with this. This is too painful. Because as a child, and this I would guess would be for most people who had childhood trauma. And it doesn't even have to be severe like abuse. It can just be having a disconnected caregiver, or having a situation in school where you didn't feel held or safe, or maybe at home, or maybe you lived in an environment where you were in poverty, or it was a violent space. Like whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be like some serious thing. Any ongoing non-regulation, any ongoing dysregulation, disturbance in your system will just be held in. And that becomes so many things: dis-ease, anxiety, depression, chronic fatigue, autoimmune, all of the things that are happening are communication from your body saying, hey, this needs to be looked at. But then when you sit and try to look at it, or you sit and try to meditate, you get popped right out of your body. It's so frustrating. So what do? We build safety in our body first. So before you try to just sit and be quiet and be still, because that won't feel safe, your body, your brain, whoo, let's go look out here. Let's go look out here. Let's get on my phone. I need to go eat something. I forgot to call my sister back. Like, oh, I better do the laundry. Like, you will find 100,000 things to do that aren't the practice you're wanting to do. So maybe that's your morning meditation. Maybe it's going for a run. Maybe it's your yoga practice. Maybe it's sitting in meditation. Maybe it's feeling your feelings. Maybe it's sitting in stillness. Maybe it's, whatever the thing is that you're trying to do. It's not because you don't have willpower. You don't need more willpower. You don't need more rigidity. You don't need more structure. You're not failing because you suck at life and because you suck at meditation or whatever practice. Your body is intelligent and it is trying to keep you safe. So, oh my God, perfect. Awesome. This is such good news. What do we do now? We signal safety to the body. So let's say when you sit down and sit in stillness and you want to just be quiet and be still. Let's say you want to build a practice of meditation, which is helpful. First, you have to build the connection into your body. First, you have to get into your body. Otherwise, all you're doing is just like bypassing everything. And you're just living out here, living in a personality. I did that for 35 years. And then I kept for another 5 years living outside my body. Oh gosh. I tell that story in the workshop, so go watch it. So first we need to build a bridge. We need to connect to the body. The good news is that's very, very simple. And I have many practices. I'll post some below. But even just like sitting, putting your hands on your heart, saying, hello, body, feeling your feet on the floor, feeling your sit bones, even just like sitting and maybe like doing this, like I'm going to just give my arms a little squeeze. I'm going to give my thighs a little squeeze. I'm going to put my hands on my heart and count my breath. In 4, pause 1, out 5, or whatever feels good to you. Do box breath. I have different kinds of breath exercises on my channel. There are probably a million on YouTube that you can find. Find something that feels good for you to start building the bridge into your body. And literally being in your body. That's why we're here. We're spirits in a body. So when you start building that bridge and then you notice like, oh, I keep getting kicked out of my body here. That's a part of you trying to keep you safe. Generally, it's your brain. Just like, oh, I got to go do this, or I really want to check my phone, or like, oh, I forgot this thing, or oh, I need to write this down on my to-do list. So what we can do is signal safety to your body and literally talk to your brain. So here I am sitting with my body, making a connection, and my brain keeps popping me out. What I did for many, many months was my practice was, oh, thank you, brain. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. I'm going to be in my body now. I'm here safe. I'm safe in this space right in this moment. There's no emergency here. I can feel my feet. I can feel my sit bones. I can feel my heart. Thank you, brain. And then you just redirect back into your body, feeling your feet, feeling your heart, counting your breath. And this literally may happen over and over and over and over and over for the entire time you do it. So in the beginning, just do small steps and use titration, slow steps in. Like what we're doing is we're making a pathway into the body that is safe. So like the example I gave in a prior video is if you're going through blackberry brambles, you don't just walk in. That will get you cut to shit and you'll just be all kinds of in pain. You start and the first day you make a foot. And then the next day you make it 2 feet. Then the next day, 3 feet. Then pretty soon, like after many days, you're like full on 100 yards in. Every single time you walk that path, every single time you walk the path into your body, you're building new neural networks. You're building new connections. You're showing your body that it's safe. And every single time that you do that, even if it's just for 30 seconds, even 5 seconds, every time you do it, it gets easier and easier and easier and easier. So it's like a spiral staircase down, 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 down. Every time matters. Even if the entire time all you're doing is, thank you, brain, I don't need my grocery list right now. I'm going to be in my body. Oh, thank you, brain. We're not going to check my phone right now. I'm going to be in my body. And if it's really hard for you, set a timer for 1 minute and 11 seconds. I'm going to sit here and be in my body. If and then increase it every couple days or every week. Now I'm going to do it for 2 minutes and 22 seconds. We're going to sit here. I know, brain, it's painful. I know, but we're safe. I can feel my toes. You can wiggle your toes. I can feel my thighs. Hello, belly. Hello, heart space. Oh, thank you, brain. We're going to come back into the body, and that can be the practice. Now, I have many videos for that. The column of light is a great one. I'll post that below. That once you start getting the practice of connecting in, bridging your body, because the goal is being in connection. We want to stop going out and start going in. We want to bridge this gap, this major disconnection that we all have in society. We want to start reconnecting, and how you do that is by going in. So even if what you do every morning is just say, hello body, good morning, hello toes, hello legs, hello belly, hello lungs, hello heart, hello brain, hello face. Like that, I know that sounds silly. It works. Like you're wanting to just recognize your body, be in your body as many times as you can, taking heart-centered breaths. And I'll go over that in a minute. Heart coherence breaths are really amazing. Do that as many times throughout the day as you can. Now, if you're trying to feel your feelings, let's say you're actually pretty practiced at being in your body. You can sit in meditation for, 10, 20, 30 minutes a day. Let's say you're pretty good at that. However, when you try to work through an old childhood trauma, let's say you had a really serious one-time incident, or let's say you had prolonged abuse, or let's say there was this prolonged disconnection. Let's say let's say you're trying to heal an old relationship trauma, like you have this breakup or divorce, separation that you have not actually been able to fully heal, or the loss of a loved one, somebody made their transition, and you're still having a hard time with that particular piece. So you can do the same thing. So let's say I'm going to make a date with myself every day before bed. Okay, I'm going to invite this part of myself. Let's say it's my little childhood self, my 7-year-old, or whatever feels resonant, whatever comes, the part of me that is really having trouble moving through the transition, the loss of a relationship or a loved one, or this little sweet young part of me. Let's say you don't even know who it is, but you just feel a great deal of pain. Now, if you don't know what it is, if you don't have trauma, you've probably taken on a lot from the collective. So gather it up, release it, and then do this. And I have videos on how to do that. So you just invite in, hello self. Let's say I'm going to talk to my little 7-year-old gal. She has lots of needs, so I usually talk to her. She comes in a lot. Let's say I'm just going to have a date with her every evening, and I'm just going to sit. And first, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to connect into my body. You can do the column of light practice. You could do one of the shorter ones. I have a 2-minute grounding video, but what you're going to do is you're going to first walk yourself into your body. So hello body, hands on heart, take a few deep breaths, feel your feet on the floor, feel your sit bones. You're going to create that safe structure, that foundation of safety in your body. And from that point, you're going to invite that person, that part of you in, understanding that it is separate. You can be the witness and the one who experienced at the same time. You can experience that pain while being the observer. You want to invite in the observer, because it isn't me sitting here as a 7-year-old, but I can very much access that trauma and those feelings. So I want to sit with her. I want to sit with the part of me that can't sit for meditation. I want to sit with the part of me that had trauma. I want to sit with the part of me who is really feeling the loss of a relationship or a loved one. I'm going to hold space and sit with that part. And one of the best things you can do in the beginning is get help. So you're literally sitting with someone, because this is not easy to do in the beginning. So absolutely get help. And here's what you can do if you're on your own and you want to practice. So you first walk yourself into your body, feeling feet on the floor, feeling your sit bones, taking some deep breaths. You can do one of the practices that I have. Connecting in. Once you have that foundation, that connection, then you invite that part of you in. And then you notice what happens in your body. So maybe immediately you notice a tightness in your gut or a faster pace of heartbeat. Maybe you notice a constriction in your heart. Maybe you notice a feeling of wanting to just bolt out of your seat or pick up your phone or go make a snack or go work on your to-do list. Maybe your brain immediately kicks you out of your body. Any of those things, whatever is physically happening, you just pay attention to it. Like, oh, I have this knot in my belly, or oh, my brain, thank you, brain, for keeping me safe. I'm going to sit with my 7-year-old now. And you just notice the actual physical sensations in your body. And you just sit with them. In the workshop, I talk about how to hold yourself and how to do this. So please do go watch that. It is incredibly helpful. Even if you've watched it before, watch it again. I created it and I still learn every time I watch it. I've probably seen it 20 times and every time I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. This is so helpful. So I don't mean to try to teach you all the things to do in this one video, but I want you to understand what's happening and how to hold space for yourself. So you are creating safety in your body, creating that bridge and that pathway, while then inviting in this part of you that feels unsafe and just acknowledging, even if you just do the exercise that I talk about in the workshop, here I am feeling this way. Part of me is feeling really unsafe. Part of me wants to get up and eat. Part of me wants to go do anything else right now. And just recognizing that is a very innocent part of you, protecting that very wounded little gal or boy, or even maybe it was, last week or last year or a decade ago. Part of me is just trying to keep me safe. Thank you, body. Thank you, brain. Thank you, part of me that's trying to keep safe. I'm physically safe in this moment. I'm going to sit like this for 2 minutes, or I'm going to sit with this little part of me and hold space. Or you know what? This is really hard. I'm going to get help when you have another nervous system, another vessel to hold the pain. You can co-regulate. We as humans are meant to co-regulate. So it is not by design that you would do this by yourself if you have major trauma. I got immense help. I needed immense help because it was not safe for me to walk into my body. It was not safe. It was I'll try not to throw F-bombs on here. It was a nightmare. It felt so unsafe. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. And best thing I've ever done, because I had spent 40 years out of my body. So really trying to dive in felt terrifying. It felt horrible, and I needed help. So I needed another co-regulated nervous system to balance with, to hold space for, so that I could dive in, be fully in the pain, and be held. And then after I did that for several months, then I learned how to do it for myself. Now, sometimes I still do get help because it's helpful. We are meant to co-regulate. We are community beings. We are meant to be in relationship, and it is helpful to have, even if it's a dear friend or a parent or a partner. Now, don't make them your healer, but like if you just need someone in this moment, like I'm feeling really unsafe in my body in this moment, can you just sit with me and breathe? That is immensely helpful. So understand that nothing is ever going wrong. Your body is always trying to keep you safe. So once you understand that, then you can start to work with it. Like, oh, part of me is just trying to keep me safe. Thank you, body. I'm actually physically safe right now. I can feel my feet on the floor. I can feel my heart. Hello, heart. I can hold space for this part of me that feels unsafe. Now, I will do another video with just practices. There are 100 ways to make your body feel safe. I'll give you a quick run through now, but go watch that one if you want to just do the practices. For instance, go outside. Mother Nature is the best co-regulation. Put your forehead on a tree, or put your back against a tree, or just put your hand on a tree, sit with the tree, put your bare feet on the grass, put your face in the light, your hands on your heart. And even if it's not super sunny outside, it's still helpful. Put your hands on your heart, your face toward the light, and just breathe. Say, hello, light, hello, heart. You can do heart coherence breath. I will pop the link for the most amazing video with Pam Gregory and Dr. Catherine. Oh, what's her name? You'll have to look below. I don't remember it in this moment. So good. They talk about how to work with your body from like a really amazing optimal like quantum biology level, but it's also about this. It's also building safety in your body, using your breath to build heart coherence. Your heart is the most powerful thing in your body. We have a huge heart radius of being able to affect change and energy and bring love out. The Heart Math Institute does all kinds of amazing things, so you can learn how to do heart coherence breathing, which is essentially creating about a 10-second breath in and out. It's 6 breaths per minute. So if you do 4 in, 6 out, or 5 in, 5 out, you just do rhythmic breathing with your hands on your heart, just really being present. And once again, like if you try to do this and you just keep getting popped out, you just come back in like, oh, thank you, brain. I'm going to be in my heart right now. It's safe for me in this moment. We're in a safe place. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. And you just start over. You just breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you just keep doing that rhythm with a focus on your heart. And that syncs you up in really miraculous ways to like the Earth's geomagnetic field, to nature, Gaia, all the things. You can watch that video. It's spectacular. You can go to the Heart Math and get more information about that. All kinds of resources. I will do a separate video with just the practices. So many good ways. Dance. Oh, here's the other thing. If you are really having a hard time with this, like I did 15 years ago, move it. Move with it. Move with it. And I did a video prior, maybe 2 weeks ago, called Sit With It. Sit with it, dance with it, rage with it, walk with it. Put on a song. So if you're having a hard time sitting, put on a song that reflects how you're feeling. So if you're kind of agitated, maybe you put one on that's kind of fast so you can kind of move and shake. And shaking is so good for your body. But like put on a song and like dance, or go for a walk and like get the energy moving, but go for a walk. Not listening to a podcast, go for a walk and like try to count your breaths or feel your feet on the ground. Like you don't have to just sit with it. You don't have to be, and that's why I'm saying like meditation's probably not what's good for you if you haven't built the channel into your body. So build safety in your body first, build the path in first, then add meditation. It's incredibly helpful, yes, but not for people with trauma before they're in their bodies. You got to get in your body first to then connect up. So the best way to connect is connecting in through your body, down to Gaia, up to source. Watch my Column of Light video. Watch the intro to somatic healing. It is a game changer. Most important thing to recognize is nothing's going wrong. You're not doing it wrong. You don't suck at life. You are just being innately protected by your body, which is wonderful. So good news. Thank your body. Thank your sweet brain for trying to keep you safe. And then build safety in many small moments. Nature, 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 nature. Blessings.